Hello, my wonderful friend. Welcome back to Love by Design. I am Joan, and today we're taking a beautiful leap into one of my favorite tools and topics in the world for creating love that actually fits, and that is human design. Now, if you're new to this world, don't worry. This is not a masterclass. It's a doorway. It's a soft introduction to how your energetic design impacts the way you attract, the way you connect, and the way you relate in love. Because real love, especially when we're talking about conscious aligned love, isn't just about what you do. It's about how you're wired by design. And once you start dating in alignment with your type, everything changes. I know it did for me. So let's get into it for today. So you might be asking, what in the world is human design? Well, in very, very simple terms, it's a system that combines astrology, the I Ching, the chakra system, quantum physics, and lots more. And it uses all of this ancient wisdom to map out how your energy is meant to operate in the world. So it reveals things like your type, your authority, your strategy, and a whole energetic blueprint of how you make decisions, how you connect with others, and how you express your gifts. So I know that we're talking about dating and relationships, but human design applies to every single area of your life. It's absolutely phenomenal. So now you might be thinking that this is a box. No, I don't use it to box people in. I use it to help my clients break out of the boxes that they've been stuck in, especially in love. We've been in boxes that weren't even ours in the first place to be put into. Because when you date in a way that goes against your design, your energy, you burn out, you're constantly chasing, and you're performing for love. And we all know that that doesn't work. But when you date by design, you attract the clarity, the confidence, and the ease and flow, which is what we all love. So today I really want to focus on the 5 human design types and how they show up in dating. So the first type are the manifestors. So if you're a manifestor, you're a trailblazer. You're here to initiate. You're here to carve your own path. In love, you usually make the first move, but you also hate being controlled. When you're out of alignment, you shut down or you rebel when you feel like you're being boxed in. But when you're in alignment, you inform clearly, you protect your peace, and you attract partners who honor your independence. And then we have the generators. These are the builders. So if you're a generator, this is you right here. You're here to respond to what lights you up. And that is the absolute perfect phrase for the generators because they know when they're lit up. So in love, your energy is usually magnetic when you're lit up. But when you settle, your energy is dull. So when you're out of alignment as a generator, you say yes too fast or you stay too long out of guilt. So you're in your shadow, in your not self. But when you're in alignment, you follow your joy, you're playful, you respond to what excites you, and you become absolutely magnetically irresistible. So that's the generators. And then we have the manifesting generators. My most recent ex was a manifesting generator, so I know this firsthand. So Mani-gens, as I'll just refer to them, these are multi-passionate people. They are fast-moving creatives. They love freedom. They love it. They love variety. They love partners who don't box them in. When Mani-gens are out of alignment, they feel caged, they feel bored, and they feel misunderstood. They can be very grumpy when they're out of alignment. But when they're in alignment, they change directions unapologetically because that's who they are. They're just multi-passionate, and they attract partners who evolve with them. So that's a Mani-gen. Does that resonate with you? And then we have the projectors. Well, that's me. So projectors, if you're a projector, you're a guide. You're here to recognize and be invited. So in love, how this shows up is you see very deeply. You have this penetrating aura that really pierces through people, and you're able to really, really see into them. But you're not meant to chase. So if you're a projector, Do not chase. When you're out of alignment, you initiate too much because, again, remember, you're seeing into people's souls. And then what happens is you end up exhausted or you become resentful. So that's the projector bitterness. But when a projector is in alignment, you protect your energy. You wait for aligned invitations and you attract partners who truly see you. That is so me. And then we have the reflectors. So the reflectors are the mirrors of the world. So if you're a reflector, this is you. You reflect the energy of the environment and people around you. So when it comes to love, you need time. You need time to be able to feel, you need to be able to sample, you need to be able to discern. When you're out of alignment, so you're not self, you rush decisions and you lose your sense of self. But when you're in alignment, you honor your need for clarity, for space, and slow unfolding. So the reflectors will need to take their time when deciding whether this is a yay or this is a nay. So if you're a reflector, pay special attention. You need to wait it out. So now I want to talk about how you can start aligning with your type. Now, you don't have to memorize all of this. You just need to feel the difference between when you're dating from alignment versus when you're dating in your nut self. So you're dating out of pressure, out of performance, or just programming, how we've been wired. So here's what you can do this week. I want you to be able to look at your type. Look up your type, and you can use my free dating archetype tool. I'll put the link in the show notes so at least you can start to understand your design. And then when you look at your type, and you can use ChatGPT or you can Google it too, I want you to ask yourself, in dating, am I trying to be someone I'm not? I know for me, it was like a yes, hell yes. So I want you to really sit with that and just contemplate that question based on what you now know about your type. Are you in alignment or are you out of alignment with your design? And then, as with everything, we now need to take an aligned action. So I want you to take a small step. It doesn't have to be anything too big. And it could just be with something like updating your dating profile, or even the energy that you bring into the dating apps. Or if you're going for an event, you're going to show up in public. Just pay attention to the energy that you show up with so that it's more in alignment with your type. So for me, when I started to align with my design, I wasn't initiating no check-in text. I wasn't even doing that before, but now that I knew I wasn't doing that, I just stopped completely. And people would always say to me, but Joan, you have to reach out. Everybody reaches out. And so I would do it against my natural type. But when I discovered my design, I was like, oh, shoot. Now I know what me reaching out first does to the other person. Because remember, when you're in your not self, the other person is feeling it in a negative way. So now I just trust in my process. I just trust in my design and trust the timing of the unfolding. And it's just beautiful to allow yourself to be seen without trying to be perfect, without trying to perform. You're just honoring your design. That little shift about not reaching out changed everything for me. Like the men were pursuing me like crazy. So anyway, so for next time, we're going to be going a little bit deeper into human design, because everything I teach, everything I talk about is human design based, because I truly do believe that human design is the answer to a lot of the pain and struggle that we've been going through when it comes to love, dating, and relationships. So in the next episode, I'm going to dive into authority. So this is how you're designed to make aligned decisions in love. Because for many of us, we are conditioned to decide with our heads. So it's always the thinking mind. When the truth is, the wisdom actually comes from your body. Your body knows before your mind catches up, and we don't even want to use the mind to make decisions. I want to share how once you know what your authority is, you can lean into that to help you make decisions about who you choose to say yes to. And it could just be going out on a date, or it could be moving things up to a committed relationship. So until then, make sure you go ahead. I'll put the link again. Make sure you discover what your type is and start looking at it and start contemplating what it means for you and how you would show up differently now that you know. I want you to commit to dating from that place, and I want you to let your energy be your filter. use that when you're filtering. Lean into it and trust that your design is not by mistake. It is perfect for you. Love isn't something you find. It is something that you align with. And the way that you align with it is by living your design. So final reminder, you are not too much. You are perfect. You are not late. You are great. You are designed for aligned love, but you haven't been shown or taught how to get it. This is Love by Design. I am Joan, and I will see you in the next episode. And if you had any ahas, please share with me. And if you know that there's somebody who might benefit from this episode, please go ahead and share it with them, because I want to make sure that I spread this information to the entire world so that we can stop dating the wrong way and people could actually start attracting their aligned magnetic matches. Until next time, take care of you, and I will talk to you soon.